Hello, everyone. Ellis here. I think everyone can hear us anyway. I don't think there's any way I can communicate with you. Without that, anyway. Da.
Oh, I'm here. So, are we having any like technical difficulties?
No. I'm just waiting
Okay.
for you and stuff.
For
I'm
me,
just trying to say
I
you're
feel
talking
so
to me.
bad.
You're talking
I'm
to me
so
now.
sorry.
It's
Yes,
all
I'm
right.
here.
They can hear you too and stuff. All right. So let me put
Awesome.
my camera's
Yeah.
on. I should be on there.
All
Your
right.
camera's on. You can throw yours on so the people can see you.
Yep.
We're talking about this live and stuff. I mean, let me
Mhm.
shoot you the links of the two things that we're
Yeah.
doing it
Yeah.
from
Hmm.
real quick. I'll put them in your Facebook account. And
Sounds good.
then we will do our introductions as always
Yeah.
and stuff. Just got a couple of people here chilling with us. Always the same people, always representing and stuff. The second one will be the first. The first. Oh no, I don't know. No, it's the first link will
There
be
we
the first one.
go. Okay.
All
I'll
right.
check that out right now.
All right. And that's that. All right. Perfect. All right. Let me get back to this ready. All right. Here we are.
So many awesome friends here. Awesome to see
So
that
many
everybody's
people
here
here, right?
waiting for us.
Oh, well, waiting. Am I not on the camera? And this.
You are. You're kind of off. You need to move to your left. If I have this camera correct, maybe your left.
That's better. I can
Or-
just do it like that, right?
There you go.
Anyone can see it like that. All right.
Yeah.
Let's do it that way. That's better.
Perfect.
Here we go. What's the deal, my people? You know it is Don Tony Teflon, Lady Lamar. You're now listening to Sexiest and watching the sexiest podcast in the world on live on Teflon TV. The Lady and the Don podcast. As always, Lamar, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm always better when I'm here. I have to do it more. Tony, we have to do it more often. Seriously, man. I've been having withdrawals from this. And I told you every time, like little life happens and all that stuff. But when I'm here, everything is better. So yeah, I'm perfect. I'm perfect.
Dang,
I'm
you
good.
look perfect. Everyone in the chat, y'all out there looking great and everything else. That is what's going on. We got the sexy Viper up in the building. Christy of Old Stones is rocking with the lady in the Don. What up, Christy? We got OTDA as always holding down the Gazette for the Don. We have Sam RO9, who you'll be seeing at the Con of Ice and Fire, right?
I hope so. And yeah, Sam, unless you change something, I'm gonna be disappointed, girl. Like you said you're gonna be there, okay?
All
You
right.
you your tushy better be there.
Let's
Yeah.
see what it is. We got AK-47 as always up in the building rocking with us, and as always right here we got Moni G. I think Moni G just did her first show a little bit ago. I watched it. I'll be on them shows watching y'all do your thing, but I just don't be commenting. But I seen her do her first live, so congratulations to you, Lady Starfall is in the building rocking with us right there. Shannon T is in the building rocking with us right there. Everybody, we got a bunch of people up in here chilling. Thank you for everybody out here chilling with us who came to listen to us to talk about this House of the Dragon plot leak video. And I call it a plot leak because I'm leaking the whole plot of what it's going to be. This is going to be episode 1 of House of the Dragon. Remember, I said it first. You know what I mean? That's how it's going to go down. When it's all said and done, it's going to be called the Doom. And the first episode of House of the Dragon will be about the Doom of Valyria. I guarantee you that. You can take it to the bank. That's what it's definitely going to be about. And we're going to go down and we're going to so I'm calling it a plot leak because I'm leaking it myself. I'm telling you what I believe it's going to be. It's nothing that's out there or no one did it. It's just what I'm thinking. And I'm telling you, Elma, am I usually right about these things?
Tony, we all know that you're perfectly. I mean, you are always right. I mean, we just check back, and you have all the videos. I checked them. You say to check them, and I did. Not that I had to, but just for the heck of it, I went there and checked some of the stuff, and it's all there. You've
Yeah.
been right
Thank you very much.
about Danny, about John, about all that stuff. Yeah, you've been right. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I believe that this is what's going to. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, they're not doing it." Trust me, they're going to do the Doom. They're not going to show that. They're going to show. I think the first episodes are going to show you Valyria. They're going to show you the Dragon Lords. They're going to show you all the architecture. They're going to show you what it's all about, and then they're going to show you. They're going to go into Danes, and then they're going to show you the actual Doom. I think that's how it's going to end the first episode, as them the Targaryens sailing away, and then the Doom happening. They're going to do it like they're not going to do it like. I don't think they're going to have the Targaryens already on the island like they have in the books, there for years, and then it blows up. I think they're going to have it make it more dramatic for this TV show, and they're gonna make it like as they're sailing away, and while they're getting away, then it happens. It's not gonna be years after, because I think just having them sitting there for years would be too hard for them to explain, and they have to build up some drama to it. So I think that's how they're gonna do. I think they're gonna have them just going away from it, and as they're sailing away, and in the background you'll see the whole place blow up. You see them being people laughing at them while they're leaving and everything else. Kind of like the Ark situation, like Moses. Like everyone laughed at him when he was building his Ark, and no one thought the flood waters were gonna come. And he built his Ark, and then all of a sudden, when the water finally came, then people all of a sudden wanted to be down with it, and everyone wanted to jump on, but it was too late then, right? I think that's how it's going to go down. So what we're going to do is we're going to read from Westeros.org. So definitely everyone knows about Westeros.org. We're going to start with the Valyria, and we're going to read. Elamar has graciously said that she will read because she's so much better.
You're so fun. I'm waiting for the links though, Tony. So I have not received them.
No, they should be on. Did I put them in the wrong spot?
I just have the link to StreamYard, so I'll read whatever you send me. So
I put them to myself. Sorry.
Oh, okay, no problem. No problem. I'll yeah.
All right, let me put it back in here.
And Shannon T is so cute saying my queen. Nobody has to bow down to. Well, I'm not saying no. Nobody has to bow down to me, but no, that's so cute. Thank you, Shannon.
Let me see. Yeah, I sent it to myself. All craziness.
Oh, good. I'm waiting for the link. And in the meantime, I see Sam's comment. Sam, I missed you so much as well. Oh my gosh, girl, we gotta catch up. Definitely. Yeah. All
right. So I think you should have it now. I think it should be the second one. The second one I sent, I think, is it. It should just be Valyria, right? Valyria.
My goodness. Okay, I am checking my stuff and. Tony, I'm so sorry to say, I only have the StreamYards right now.
What? I'm looking at. Am I sending it? I sent it to the wrong person again. I am so sorry. I was sending it to everybody in the world but you. I gotta close down.
I am not offended.
All right, that is you. You should have it.
There we go. That's me. Something. There was like a ding, ding, ding.
All right, that's
we got it. Okay, let me click on stuff and let's see what's going on here.
Unbelievable.
Okay, let's see. We have that. So I'm sorry. What am I reading again? Just about it, right?
Yeah. So we'll start. It's location. We'll start that. Then.
Sure. Okay. All right. So let's see.
I gotta switch the things to it so they could see it too. So I'm gonna put this on there so everyone could see what we're seeing and stuff. We're gonna share the screen. Of it. Let me find out. Chrome tab. Which one is it? This one right here. All right. That should do it.
And I see a comment from Valor. I'm saying cute. I will see how much stumbling over the words I'll do right now. So we'll see. So yes, we do have Tony posted here the wiki of Iceland. Well, from the information about location of the Valyria. So we have Valyria was one of the Valyrian peninsula, which extended into the Summer Sea. The Doom of Valyria shattered the peninsula, separating the city of Valyria from the lands of the Long Summer by the Smoking Sea. The city of Valyria is the center of the largest surrounding island, surrounded by cliffs, where the island has broken away from the mainland. Valyria was connected by dragon roads to surrounding cities, such as Tyria.
Nice. Let's just go into the culture of these people, the Valyrians that live there.
Okay. So a culture, a common racial characteristic among Valyrians appears to have been purple eyes and hair of silver, gold, or platinum white. Valyria is said to still hold many treasures from before the Doom, such as Valyrian steel, blades, and items of magical power. It is said that the glass candles of Old Town were brought there from Valyria 1,000 years before the Doom.
All right, so just talking about what we just see right now. Now, Valyrian was an empire, that was. I kind of look at Valyria like ancient Rome, like when Rome was in its prime, right? When Rome had everything, and they had all the technology. They had more technology. They had better steel than everybody. They knew how to do make aqueducts when no one else knew how to do that. And they were just a big war machine. And they are basically the same way here, but they had the ability to ride dragons when no one else had the ability to ride dragons. And they had the ability to make Valyrian steel, which is the sharpest steel of them all. So I think that's going to be good. You know what I mean? That we're going to see a lot of Valyrian steel weapons. In fact, I expect to see a ton of Valyrian steel weapons. Everyone should have them. It shouldn't be anything for them to have them, right?
Exactly. I mean, because to them, it's the thing, Valyrian steel. I mean, how common is like French fries? You know, I'm sure there's a bunch of them over there. To the Westerosis later on, that has become a rarity because there are only a couple remaining.
Yeah, so it became more. You know, even though back then when Westeros, they were coveted in other places, but to the actual Valyrians themselves, they're really not nothing because everyone had them. You know what I mean? And we still don't know the exact, because even though in the Game of Thrones show, we don't know the exact secret of how to make Valyrian steel. But I would have to think that it has something to do with dragonfire, since that's it seems to be the only thing that they had that other people didn't have.
Yeah.
With the dragon fire. So somehow the dragon fire got infused to the steel to melt the steel or whatever to make it so that it was as sharp as it was. And Valyrian steel, for people, if you don't know anything about Game of Thrones, whatever, it's a steel that is, as light as a feather, but it cuts through anything, right? I don't think that anything can stand up to Valyrian steel.
Yeah.
No other stuff that can, it's not for other Valyrian steel, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's I feel that it's kind of similar to when we hear about, for example, on different channels when they talk about, ancient cultures these days. They had so much, the technology was so point on about stars and everything. They knew about like science and stars, and there's no way they could have been able to, let's say, do stuff like that. So I'm thinking the same is with Westerosi, where to them making such a thing as steel like that, Valyrian steel, is like there are only 3 people or 2 people, maybe 3, I think, back then that knew how to forge it. So it's like a secret.
Yeah. So also here we see that the Valyrians, we have the distinctive Valyrian look. Now we know that that's the silver blonde hair and the purple eyes. Now we did not see the purple eyes in Game of Thrones. They had problems with with all the the technology. People didn't want to watch it. What up to Nancy T up in the building, rocking with us real quick. Love Nancy T. Thank you, Nancy, for stopping by. Love you. And don't get a chance to tell you how much we love you all the time, Nancy. We love you.
We all love Nancy, and it was so awesome. Like when you meet Nancy in person, and you just feel like you want to hug and hug. And I'm a hugger, so I'm sorry I hug everybody. But Nancy got extra hugs, and this blanket, I'm actually sitting kind of on it and against it, so always warming me up. Thank you, Nancy.
That is what it is. Yeah. So I'll put it back on this when we discuss it. So when dealing with Valyrian steel, we're talking about, and the looks that we're talking about. So do you think that we're going to see the purple-eyed Targaryens that we did not get a chance to see in the Game of Thrones show? Do you think that they're going to do that in the show?
I mean, first of all, I think we're going to see them, and if we will not, I will be hugely disappointed. That will be a huge disappointment to me. I mean, I know Emilia had issues with context, and I kind of get it. I mean, I was trying to put context in my eyes the other day, and the pain was just awful. I don't know what happened, but the people saying like, oh, she should have just suck it up. There's no sucking it up, people. Sometimes when you put these contexts in, it hurts. She had a reason for not doing it. For whatever her issue was, her eye was not accepting it for whatever reason. I think whoever they get next time, I'm sure technology and medicine technology goes far these days. The chances of them having purple eyes are much higher. I think I would love to see the purple eyes. Definitely.
Yeah, I think it was a flaw that they didn't figure it out. As OTDA said in the thing, The Witcher show. If anyone hasn't watched The Witcher, we have purple eyes in The Witcher, and it looks really good. So, I think that's something that we were lacking in the show, and I think that's something that they should have figured out a way to get. That's a very big part of the canon of the books, that these Targaryens have purple eyes. And everything else. So hopefully we could see that right there. I would love to see it. Denard says the same thing. Denard Thomas says, hope we can see the purple in Lavender's eyes. The Witcher was able to figure out with Yennefer, so fingers crossed they figure it out. I agree, brother. I'm hoping that they get that down too. You know what I mean? I think that they should be able to pull that off. So right now we have established that we have a culture, a civilization of these people from Westeros that is more technologically advanced than other people, and they are basically dragon riders, so that they're basically dominant over everything. What up to Mindy Martin? Hello. Thank you for joining us and rocking with us on this. Truly appreciate that. All right, we're going to go down to the next spot. Let me bring up the screen again. Boom. All right, we'll go through a little bit of the history so that we can expect. I'm not going to have you read the whole thing. You don't unless you want to. You know, but
just stop me whenever you want to, or whenever I
love to hear you read, so I'll never stop you.
Oh my God, I trust you too. I'll trust you will. Just tell me when to stop. Just right, okay. Let's see. History. Valyria was ruled by the Dragon Lords, led by the 2 rival houses that contested for power. House Targaryen, however, was not considered a powerful house. At times, the Lord's freeholder selected archons for temporary leadership. I'm not sure what that means, but
let's talk about that
what are they?
I don't know. We'll talk. I can highlight it and we can figure it out real quick.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that real quick. So as we've seen from the Game of Thrones TV show, we see that the House Targaryen, the Targaryens, are the kings of Westeros, right?
Yeah.
So when we start this series, we will see that they are not that powerful. They are actually minor Dragon Lord houses compared to the other 2 houses that actually rule over Valyria. So they're not going to be the kings, the monarchs, the great people, because you got to understand that the Targaryens, after the Doom, we're going to get to the Doom at the end of this, you know, it's special to have those Valyrian features. But when you're in a spot with all Valyrians, there's nothing special about you. You know? You know, the Targaryens are considered to be all this great beauty, but maybe compared to the other Valyrians, they weren't that beautiful. You know, maybe they were just regular looking, plain Jane looking Valyrians. But you know, it's kind of like, you know, I say it all the time, like it's like being the big fish in a small pond. You know what I mean? You could be in a small town and be the most popular, beautiful woman in that town. You know, but when you go to the big city and you see a bunch of other people with different cultures, different way of dressing, different that, you may not be as attractive as you were in that town. You're still attractive.
Yeah.
But you may not get looked at as the same way as the people in other cities. And I think that's what it is when it comes down to them. And rarity also makes you more beautiful. You know, if you go to the club and you're the only black guy in the club and everyone else is white in the club, you're gonna stand out. Yeah. Someone is looking for a black dude, hey, you're the only one there. So that's gonna happen. And if you're a white woman and you go to an all-black club, you're a white woman and you walk in, you naturally stand out because you are different from everybody else in there. You know what I mean?
There's the thing, like AK Alicia Kingston said, she said, oh gosh, where is it? Yeah, the Targaryens were the phrase of Valyria until they wiped the whole continent out. Yeah, we don't know. Maybe there were even more beautiful people out there, like you said. And AK said, we don't know who else on how they looked because the only Targaryens remaining were them. Yeah.
No doubt. Am I sharing it? I'm sharing it, right?
I don't think you are sharing it.
All right, I'm sorry. Let me put the share back. I'm over here thinking I'm sharing it. There it is.
There you go.
No, that's the wrong one.
That's okay.
That's the wrong one.
The buttons
be sharing it the whole time. So
the buttons be you know, complicated sometimes. It's all good.
You know, I haven't done this in a while. You know,
it's been a while.
It's been a while, so I'm a little. You know, I ain't been here for people. I'm
Yeah,
sorry about
yeah,
that.
it's
Sorry
okay.
about
But
that.
people had more time to look at you, so that's all good. So nobody was complaining, I'm sure
I
about
don't know if
that.
they really want to do that. You say so. We'll go with that. You know what I mean? But I don't know if they really.
Yes, we will, because that's the truth.
All right, we'll go with it then, if that's what you're saying. But yeah, so it's going to be interesting in seeing the Targaryens in that role, and how they become who they become. And I think that'll probably be the whole first season. We'll go from this and then go on to Aegon's conquest. I think that's what the first season will be. All right, so we are still at the history. If you would like to continue, now that I have it back up.
I'll do my best. Okay, so the next one we have: the Valyrians were more than dragon lords. They practiced blood magic and other dark arts, delving deep into the earth for secrets and twisting the flesh of beasts and men to fashion monsters and unnatural chimeras. It's believed that these sins the gods in their wrath struck Valyria down.
All right, let's talk about that real quick. So we know the Targaryens. The number one thing we know about the Targaryens, that they ride dragons, and people who ride dragons are considered dragon lords. But we see here that the culture of Valyria was not just of dragon lords; that they were actually blood magic. Now, blood magic means like R'hllor, like blood sacrifices with magic, and they practiced dark arts. And not only did they practice dark arts, but they tried to, like genetically make creatures, like unnatural creatures, like chimeras they made and stuff. So do you think that they're going to delve into a little bit of that and show some of these unnatural creatures? I mean, I wish they would. I'm not going to hold up a hope that they go that deep into it, but do you think that they would go into anything like that and show other creatures besides dragons?
That will be really interesting to see. It would remind me of looking at, let's say, Qyburn or any other well, maybe not maesters before him, because he was not a maester, I guess, technically. But when we saw Qyburn diving into, the undead thing, that was like kind of mysterious, and we didn't know how it actually happened. All those, pumps that he had for them, and they only showed a little bit of that, so that will remains kind of like hidden for us. So I would love to get a glimpse of something. They don't have to explain it for like everything to me. They can just kind of show it and put it rest of it on our shoulders for our imagination to work. I would love to see that. I'm not sure though if they will do that. Again, time constraints, but yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, I wish they would. I truly do, but I just don't know if they're going to get that deep into it. We have George R. Martin that's holding this down. So we would think hopefully they would get down. I would love to see it, but I don't know if they have the time to do it. If they're going to go into all that deep into Valyria, because as I said, I think that the first episode will be the Doom. And I just don't think they'll have time to get into it. I think they're just going to show basically, I think Valyria is probably going to look more like on the show, like what is that place where Zara duck sauce was at? You know what I'm talking about? Zara, the black dude, Zara duck sauce. I know it's not duck sauce, but I'm just saying duck sauce.
Yeah. That's so good. I'm sorry. I'm like, I can't.
I can't think of it.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I'm talking about. People in the chat. This in there,
Let's see who gets it.
I should give you. Come on. Yeah. Y'all got to know what it is. You know what I'm saying.
Qarth. Yeah.
The way Qarth was the show, I think it'll be like that in Valyria. I think that the way the people looked and the outfits and everything else and how it looked like high society there, I think that'll be like that for when they show Valyria. I think that's the way they're going to represent it on the show. A little bit more crazier costumes, probably a little bit more brighter colors and everything else, but that's it. Uh-oh.
I knew you were going to go ahead, Tony.
Beefing ass Bernie's in the
There you go. Hey, Bernie. I knew you're going to. I was wondering if you're going to see her name. Hi, Bernie. Oh, we missed you.
I do miss Bernie. I did not see you until this guy there. I thought she just got here, but she must have been lurking in the background, Bernie. Beefing and such. Bernie happy now. She got her ring and stuff like that, so she's all good. You know what I mean? So I know she ain't messing with me no more. She got a ring and everything else. And speaking about raises, speaking about everything else, all the prizes and everything. Prizes have been out and everything else. The only thing the Samar does not have a Monopoly game, but that's going to be given because I had complications sending it overseas to Canada, so it's going to be given to LMR. And when you go to when you see her at the con, she's going to give it to you.
Yeah. Sam, you better show up.
If not, someone else is going to be playing your Monopoly. That's it. So that's what
we'll figure it out.
And all that good stuff. Yeah. So we love Bernie. Bernie. Wouldn't be a show without Bernie up in the building. It's not the same.
I'm just waiting for her comments. I'm not, prompting them, unless,
AK said yes, we got the prize. She's doing unboxing this weekend. That's great. I'm glad you do. I hope everyone enjoys them and stuff like that, and they get a chance to use them and stuff and all that good stuff, and and play them. And I said, get as good as you can, because when you go to Con of Thrones, I'll be there, and I'll be there to to put the whip on you. And
I'll provide the whip.
yeah, put it on. I'm so scared. Real quick before. I'm so scared about this Con of Thrones and everything else with this game because of this virus going on. You know what I mean?
My gosh, yeah.
I'm nervous, like something's gonna happen. It's gonna be a big outbreak, and it's gonna get canceled or something. Like me, gonna be able to go.
Oh,
that's what I keep thinking.
I don't think events like that get canceled because of that. I mean, it's gonna be about safety, and it's gonna be interesting seeing people wearing masks. I don't know if anybody will wear a mask.
I'm wearing mine. I'm not.
You're wearing a mask.
No, yeah, I'm not on the plane and all that. No, I don't trust no one.
Really?
No. Yes, I'm not getting sick. These people I ain't not playing.
Okay. Have you seen those masks? They have masks with the picture of your face. So when you have a mask, it kind of looks like your face.
I'm gonna look like Bane from Batman walking around with that mask, even with the accent too and everything. So it's Quentin Gilliam is up in the building. Big Q is in here rocking with his name in a while and stuff like that. Oh, it's gonna be hot in Florida in July, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. You know what I mean? So it is.
It's gonna be something, all right.
No doubt about it. You know what I mean? So we are talking about Valyria. That's what I think the description of Valyria is going to be and everything else. We're going to go to the next one. The other link I talked about, and that is the actual Doom itself. Because this is how I think that the first episode is going to end. So you're going to see Aegon's father and Aegon's mother, and you're going to see all them people and all that good stuff. And I guess I got to share it. I'm only looking at it myself without sharing it. All right. Let me go do that again. Doom. All right. So this is how I believe the first episode, and I do believe the episode will be called The Doom. First episode of Doom, and we're gonna start with the foreshadowing.
Okay, so I'm sorry. So this is the same link that you sent, right?
The second one, I think. Oh no, I don't think I sent this one.
No.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Okay. Just as you're doing it, I'm just gonna say, hopefully they will not. I see a couple comments. They better not cancel that. And Sam said that she will do her best to be there. Or I'm just kind of paraphrasing right now. But yes, Sam, you better show yourself over there. I miss you, girl. So seriously.
All right.
There we go. And I'm not sure if everybody heard that sound, but I think I have my links notification up. So sorry for the sound if you heard it.
It is all right. Everyone's talking about I don't know about the Olympics this year. I have no idea if they're gonna be able to get the Olympics off this year. It's just not this whole thing. So we will see what it is. Anybody out there watch Lock and Key? I'm going to watch it this weekend. I know AK47 is doing some Lock and Key stuff. Have you had a chance to watch that Lock and Key?
Of course I did, Tony. I've been kind of binging stuff. So, my Zen, I've been finding my Zen, looking for stuff, and I have seen it. Have you?
I have not. I'm going to do it all this weekend.
Awesome. I recommend it. I won't spoil what I felt about it, but definitely something to, to watch.
I will say that if you're looking for a good show, I like AK-47. I recommend this show to you. If you ain't got a chance to watch, you need something to watch Hunters on Amazon. I do think
Hunters.
Hunters is the best show out there, I think, without a doubt. I
Hmm.
don't think there's anything better than Hunters right now. Hunters is really good. It's very diverse. I think it's just a great show, and they do a great job. Al Pacino is in it, so come on. The acting is very good in there. So.
And Tony, just a hint. I have not the link that you sent me. It's the same link as before.
Is it
Just FYI.
really?
Just FYI. I'm
Are
looking
you
up
sure?
Hunters. Yes, I'm sorry, but it's the same link.
It cannot be. Let me see.
And I'm looking up Hunters. It's not coming up.
It's on Amazon.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's on Amazon.
Wrong device. Okay, or wrong link. Okay. So yeah, there's been a lot of different good things over there. I have been very happy.
Yeah,
About
okay.
okay.
It's twice it's there.
Okay,
But
I'm gonna. I just got your link
it's
here
not
over
it's not
here.
showing like the picture like the other one showed though. It's just
Okay.
showing like a little bit.
Okay. So let's see.
It says scene. You seen it?
Which one?
It says you see. It says scene that you see.
Yes, I'm clicking it right now. Yes, I just clicked it.
Choo,
Okay,
choo.
Valyria. Alrighty.
It says foreshadowing doom and all that on it.
It's I'm sorry, John, it's the same thing, but I will click on it again and I'm gonna look it up. Maybe I don't. I'm looking at the titles. There's nothing about foreshadowing. I'm sorry. There is architecture, culture, history, recent events,
Let's
and
see if
then.
you can get to it from that link.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it's not going through. Like I sent it to you twice.
Mm,
It shows that it's there, but I think if you just click on when it says location, right,
okay.
and it says the Doom in blue. If you highlight
Okay.
that and you click on that link, I think it should bring.
Let's try the Doom of Valyria. Okay. Okay, there we go. Thank you. That was easy. Okay, now I got it. I clicked on the Doom of Valyria within that link. Okay.
So it says
We got it.
foreshadowing the Doom, right?
Okay, there we go. Foreshadowing. So okay.
After we'll start with the foreshadowing of the Doom of Valyria, because I do believe that we will see this in the show. This is what was the first episode will be, the foreshadowing. We'll see this.
Okay. So 12 years before the Doom, Lord Aegon Targaryen's maiden daughter, Daenerys, I think that's how it's pronounced, Daenerys the Dreamer, had a powerful prophetic dream along with visions that Valyria would be destroyed. Foreshadowing the doom, she convinced her father to leave Valyria before the cataclysm. Aenar set sail, moving House Targaryen and their property and their 5 dragons to the island Dragonstone. Other houses of the narrow sea of Valyrian descent include the Valyrians of Driftmark and the Cliff Guards of
The Celtic Guard.
yeah,
Well,
Cliff Guard, yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
talk about this real quick. All right, so we see that Dany's the dreamer, and they call her Dany's the dreamer because this is not something that happened all the time, right? Not all Targaryens had these pathetic dreams, but she had this dream. So when you're seeing this dream from her, she ain't convinced her father that hey, that Valyria was going to be destroyed. And got them. So I think we will see this in the show. We will see Dany's the dreamer. We'll see her convince him, and we can see the other. And no one believed this was going to happen. No one thought that this was going to happen. They made fun of the Targaryens for leaving, and they thought that called them cowards for leaving. So the reason that it's called them cowards means that I'm sure they weren't calling them cowards because of the doom itself, because they didn't believe that was going to happen. So there had to be some type of beef that the Targaryens had with some other family, and they thought they were fleeing from them. So that's what I think is going to play out. So you're going to see the Targaryens have beef with some other family. She's going to get these dreams, and when she gets these dreams, then all of a sudden they're going to leave. Not all of a sudden, but she's going to convince them. Like maybe the first episode is her convincing them all packing up and everything else like that. So I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. Again, to show that her I guess her dreams. I
Maybe
wonder if they're
Kathy.
gonna present them. I wonder if they're gonna present her as kind of going mad. I don't know if I don't recall if other Targaryens or houses. I mean, Targaryens, they were one of the families there, right? So it's not like they were the only ones, the only house there. I wonder if there were more people there who did have dreams. That from what it said, or from what how they reacted, they were not common.
No, they
Things
weren't
like that.
common. So it depends how they show. I think they say dreamer. So I'm not sure if she had them when she was sleeping or if she got
Mhm.
put into a trance.
Yeah.
All right. So they may show her. I would think if I was them and I was going to make the show, I would show it look like a Bran when he touches a tree and his eyes roll to the back
Mhm.
of his head. I think it'll be a situation like that.
Mhm.
Because they're probably not going to show this in the show, but getting back to someone asked the question, can Bran learn about all this? Yes, this whole Doom of Valyria and everything was manipulated by the children of the forest. They are the ones who caused the Doom of Valyria, and they are the one who sent these dreams to Daenerys the Dreamer. Now, the Valyrians have you would think that they would be able to do this themselves because they are the ones who created the glass candles. But
Yep.
even though they had the glass candles, it doesn't say that the glass candles had the same exact effects as these dreams, or maybe they were copying Daenerys and trying to get these dreams of these glass candles. The glass candles seem to have the same effect as going into someone else's dream. That's what you do, right? You could see going to someone's dream with the glass candles. You can see the future with the glass candles and everything else. So it seemed like they give the people there that didn't have
Mhm.
children of the forest type powers able to have those visions and everything else. So she was manipulated by the Green Seer that was in Westeros at the time, who came all the way back in time. Now, if you want to say, I believe it was someone that was in our modern time from the Westeros history that went back in the time as we've seen Bran do the Hodor. And that's how it was manipulated. That was going to happen to her, and that's how she got her dreams. Because I believe that the children had a plan for this whole thing from the beginning. I've done videos on this. You can check my videos, Who Are the Children of the Forest, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, but I'm not going to go into it all right there. But that's how I think she was being sent to dreams through the Green Seer that was in Westeros hundreds of
Mhm.
years ahead in the future that knew exactly what was going to happen because they looked back in the time as we seen Bran do that. I wish they would show that to prove that I was right, but I don't know if they're going to show that in the show. I'm sure it'll be pointed out in the book
The
though.
book, yeah. They won't have enough time for everything. Again, they cut a lot of the stuff out. So if not the show, then the book, kind of going back to, I'm sure, like flashbacks and stuff. Yeah.
And I agree with Bernie when she says that right there. That's exactly what the children in the
Tony,
forest.
I love your videos about Children of the Forest. I mean, those are the iconic videos, and you should kind of, I don't know, highlight them at some point, sometime if you have a chance. Or I don't know
Uh,
how it works, but my gosh, they're like one of the awesomest things there too.
well, thank a lot of other people thought they were awesome too because they took the ideas and put it out there.
Yeah, exactly. So apparently they were watched a lot by a
Yeah,
lot of people. Yeah,
people don't give the credit, but it is
yeah.
what it is. It's fine. We've moved past that. We have moved past. So I think that is what's going to happen there with Annie's. She's going to find out exactly what the Big E is in the building, rocking with us. We got a bunch of people here
Awesome.
tonight. Listen, I'm so happy that everybody is here. You know what I mean? Chilling with us right now, rocking with us right now. You know what I mean? Make sure you
Yeah.
hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe. FR TV and LMR, Living My Rhapsody TV. You know what I mean? A TV.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been, yeah.
Living My Rhapsody YouTube channel. Subscribe to our channels. If anyone can put the links of those in there, we would appreciate that. If any moderator could do that, so that people don't have to search around for it, they could just go there and find it. And make sure you hit that thumbs up button and smash that. You know what I mean? Because this is what it is. All right, now we are going to go back into screen sharing mode.
Alrighty.
All right, and if I can get it right this time, right off the bat, and we are going to talk about the actual Doom itself and what happened during the Doom.
Let's see.
Oh, I think I didn't share it. I think I had. I think it's not shared yet. Anyway,
Not showing it. That's
no.
okay.
There it is.
There we go. I think it's
There it
good.
is. All right. Yeah, it should be good now. Jeez Louise, I am so out of rhythm with this.
You're good. You're good. I'm actually very happy just to be here. I mean, you can
I
take your
am
time with the
too.
clicking links. This is so
As
awesome to be
always,
here.
the thug mug is in the hand, people. So I did not say that.
Awesome.
Got the thug mug. I'm rocking with it. It's all this weightlifting I've been doing recently. I've been in the gym. I'm in the gym almost every day, Elmar. I'm like,
Oh, I know. I'm very not present on Facebook. I know that, but I sometimes kind of peek in just to see what's going on. And you've been posting some stuff. You've been doing some awesome things for you. Yeah.
oh, wait
So,
till the big reveal comes at the
oh
count.
my
That's
gosh.
why I keep wearing these big clothes so no one can see exactly what's going on
Oh my
underneath.
gosh.
But
And
I'm
it's gonna
going
be
there shirtless. I'm gonna be walking around shirtless the whole time. I don't have a shirt on at all, and that's it. Unless the virus is going on.
you're gonna be shirtless with your mask on. Oh my
With the
gosh.
mask, I'll be masking, shirtless with the mask, and that's it. You know what I mean?
Nobody will pay attention to the mask, I'm sure about
Oh,
that.
well, we
So,
shall see. We shall see.
and it's gonna be hot over there. My
Oh,
gosh.
good. Yeah.
Oh,
There's no doubt about it. It's going
whew,
to be hot. All right, we go.
alrighty. Let's see. So we do have the Doom, right? So that's the part. Okay, the Doom.
Yes. Let me say what up to my man AU Pac Me. I said it before, just in case you didn't
Hmm.
hear me.
Yes.
I want to make sure you heard that. I did give him a shout out. What up to my brother? My brother, AU Pac Me. Can't wait to see him. And as always, cannot forget, that is what it is, my man Fernandez. He's in the building right here. You know what I mean? That's it. That's what's going on. All right. We got the people. Drawbridge Media is up in the building, rocking.
Awesome. Yeah, that's Luke from. They changed the name. I have to keep up with some people.
Wait,
They
who is
change it.
who?
That's previous drinks and those things. That's Luke, Ben, Abby, Glenn. They
They
had
changed the
the
name.
podcast. Yeah, they changed their name. They were. I was not. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, make sure everyone goes to Drawbridge Media if you don't know and subscribe to
Yep.
Drawbridge Media. That link could go in the description too if
Yep.
anyone has it, because they're my peoples up in there.
Oh, awesome people here, awesome friends, and they're doing the reviews on some books, and I'm saying like some books, like great books. So awesome time. Definitely recommend for you to check that out. So okay, we have the Doom. Okay. On the day of the Doom, every hill for 500 miles exploded, filling the air with ash and smoke and fire, which killed every dragon. Earthquakes destroyed palaces, temples, and town, while lakes boiled or turned into acid. The 14th flames, the fiery mountains of Valyria, sent molten rock 1,000 feet into the air, and red clouds rained down dragon glass. The cataclysm fragmented the Valyrian peninsula surrounding Valyria into numerous small islands and creating the smoking sea between them. East of Valyria, Valos, the Gaz can pronounce it, and the islands of Cedars were destroyed by tsunamis. They have some crazy names for me to read. Oh my gosh, I can't read any of that.
It's all right. It's all right. But basically, we are hearing right here that the Doom blew up everything. Right now,
Oh yeah.
I told you before the Children of Forest created this. Now, what does that remind you when you heard that description of what happened there? Does that remind you of something that happened in Westeros a long, long time ago?
The breaking of the, what is that called? I forgot.
The Armored Dawn?
There we go. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing, right? It's basically the
Yep.
same exact situation that we're seeing here that happened over there with the breaking of the Armored Dawn that destroyed over there Valyria. I think, and people right here, we got the hammers of water. That's correct. It's the exact same thing. It's the same spell
Wow.
that was used. That's why I know that the children of the forest are the ones who caused the doom of Valyria. And they did that to bring the dragons to Westeros. That was what they wanted to do. You know what I mean? And Bernie else has the neck. That's right. They tried the same thing at the neck and everything else. But that was the children, the dirty ass children of the forest. Those dirty green peeping Tom ass children. You know what I mean? They're the ones who did. They are the ones who did for their own personal greed and everything else. But that's what happened. So they destroyed this whole continent of people. And basically, so I didn't say this earlier, but there was a volcano. It's called the 16th Flames. And I'm going to go into this. I'm going to make a video. I know I haven't been doing a lot of videos lately about start screen sharing here about Game of Thrones. I've been doing other videos because I like other things too, but I'm going to go into a whole thing about the dragon eggs and Illyrio Montpatis and this dragon. I'm going to do a whole video series on all of that, and I'm going to explain a lot of that in there. That's why I got the watches red tonight for the Doom of Valyria. So you see the watches on red. All right. So they're the ones who did it. We see the doom happen, and the Targaryens and a couple of other families that went with them are the only ones who escape, and it destroys everyone. As I said, I was saying they had the 16 flames where the dragons were born, and that was 16 volcanoes that they used to mine, and they had slave workers there that mined in those slaves, that mined over there and they claim that they are the ones who caused the doom, right? The faceless men who became the faceless men, and they claim that they are the ones who caused the doom. But if you really look at it and you look at what the faceless men do, the faceless men are basically like the children of the forest without the power, because they take the faces of people and become that person. The children of the forest have the ability to, I wouldn't say a skin change into people and become that people. So who the faceless men really worship are, when they worship the god of death, that is really the children of the forest that they're worshiping, and that's who they're becoming. So when they say that they're the ones who cause the doom, they're saying indirectly that it's them, the people that they worship, that cause the doom, which are the children of the forest. And that's another clue to make you believe that you should know that the children of the forest are the ones who did this for their own greed and stuff.
They look so innocent, right? They look so innocent. They look like children. So, that's where you don't expect the stuff to hit you.
OTDA said it right there. he feels the buildup.
I love that every time, Tony, like every time you say children of the forest, I'm like, anybody who says children of the forest, I hear your voice with that. I'm sorry, I just do. No matter who says children of the forest, I hear your voice. So that's just because it comes from,
the beginning. You know what I mean? I knew it from reading the books in the beginning. Everyone was this sitting here in the beginning. See, now it's different, because you gotta understand, back 5-6 years ago, whatever, and everyone, when the books we were doing all this stuff, everyone thought that these children of the forest are like little Ewoks. They thought they were so cute and cuddly, and they were so good. And I seen it from the beginning that they were dirty ass green monsters. You know what I mean? I knew it. I knew that they were, right? And no one believed me back then. Now everyone knows the deal, but no one believed it back then. It was like, oh, I got called so many names. You don't know what you're talking about. This, that, yada, 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 this, that, and everything else. But I knew it. That's what it was, and that's exactly what they are. They're just dirty creatures, and not shit. They're all out for themselves and everything else. And that's where it goes. So yeah, so we're going to see that, I think, in the first episode. That'll be the last thing. As I said, I don't believe that they're gonna go through the whole. I don't think they will go through the whole 14 years of that. You know what I mean? Of them being on Dragonstone and everything else, and then all of a sudden it blows up while they're there. I think they're gonna make it dramatic. It's television. And you need something dramatic on television. You know what I mean? You got to have a great escape. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? It's just, I mentioned it kind of being like the Ark of Noah's Ark, right? If you were doing when you seen the movie, they made that movie about Noah's Ark before, and when you see it, you see him putting together the Ark and the people laughing at him but you don't just see like when it starts to rain. You see like one drop of water, then all of a sudden it's just everything is full of water. They don't show the slow rise of it in a little puddle, then the puddle gets bigger. We just got one drop, and then boom, it was a sea. So it's more dramatic that way. You're not going to show the whole buildup, because this is a show. We don't have time for that.
They don't have time, and the actors they have showing the span on things. They have to age them, or make them younger and add either more actors. So there's like too much, and a watcher can be just confused. Like, what's going on? Like, are they skipping, or what are we doing here? If they do skips that are kind of like not consistent, then you're confused. Like, they've been doing skips in time, but then they're doing current time. So they have to really take the viewer into consideration.
No doubt, no doubt. KP is in the building saying he's back. Happy to see you back, my brother. Happy to see you back, brother. Happy to see you here. I'm back. We all back together.
We're all back. It's starting it again, like it's picking up with different things. So it's
we're gonna keep doing Game of Thrones. I just want don't get scared, people, when you see me do other things and everything. I'm not giving up. I'll never ever give up doing Game of Thrones, Song of Ice and Fire videos. I'll never do that. That's my first love.
Exactly.
Always will come back and do it. I just have to, spread the wings a little bit because there's certain things. Listen, there's politics going on. There's a lot of elections. I got, I know a lot of people don't want to talk about that, but sometimes you just have to. You know what I mean?
You have to.
I think that it would be a disservice to myself and to everything that if I have a platform that I can be heard, that I don't use it to say things that I think that people need to hear. So that's the only reason why I do things like that.
And I love the variety on your channel. We have from politics to either even the sandwich, which I have not tried yet. Not yet. But when I saw you eating, like, oh my gosh, I should have timed it with you. I should have timed it. I so wanted it. I need to check it out. But you said, give me a hint. Go on camera. I'm like, oh, I don't know if you want me on camera when I'm eating stuff, or I don't know.
Yes,
it's like an XR-rated stuff, so we'll see about that.
That's exactly what we want to see. We want to see that all day. But you should do. Listen, we like LMR. We covered this chicken
we did
donut sandwich on the Laying It Down podcast. We subscribe to Laying It Down podcast.
Yep.
Please put the link to the Podbean Laying It Down podcast out there if you can. I'm sorry I'm making you work. I know Bernie said that, but if you can't, but we did a thing about when it was first announced that they were doing it, I don't know, 6 months ago. We talked about that, you know what I mean? And you said in that video that if it came out, we would try it, right?
Yes. I've been trying to be good because I said my New Year's resolution was to eliminate some carbs because stress makes me eat more. And I'm like, no, I'm being good right now. But when I saw you eating that thing, like, oh my God, I gotta get some of that. And I'm gonna get some of that. But like I said, XR rating, I don't know if we need that right now.
We do need that. We need. Thank you, AK47. Truly appreciate that, girl. Love you. You know what I mean? Thank you
for the links. Yes.
We talked about it. We said we do it. As soon as I seen it, I said, all right, I'm gonna do it live. I've never done a video with my cell phone camera before and everything like that. But I said, I'm gonna do it live on the cell phone camera. I'm gonna put it out there real quick and everything else like that.
And it was amazing. So I need your phone, Tony. I need to have your camera.
You have my phone. You have my phone.
That's the same phone. We have the same phone. Oh my gosh! Then I guess okay. I guess you look awesome on the phone camera. So you can have a sandwich any day, man. So
thank you so much. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it.
Check that video out. I don't know if somebody can put it there, but you need to see Tony eat that sandwich.
Oh.
Yes, you do, ladies.
It is not something that I'm going to be doing on a regular basis and everything else. Sydney Taylor asked this question. Teflon TV. I know I'm off topic. It is all right. It is no problem. We are answering questions about this time anyway. Have you ever read the fantasy novels called Wheel of Time? I've heard the novels might be as popular as A Song of Ice and Fire and will be a show soon. So I have not read the Wheel of Time myself. LMR, have you read the Wheel of Time?
I have not, but I have heard many good things about it. And when I actually get a chance to read some things, I will definitely try to check it out because I have heard only the best about that.
Yeah. Garfield said,
Bernie.
Oh my God, that chicken sandwich, you totally took one for the team. Teflon TV. I never would. I'm a man of my word. When you hear me say something, I'm not going to not do it. You know what I mean? I'm never going to not do it. So that's where it goes for that. Chrissy Olson's asked, isn't there like 15 books? 15 books to this Wheel of Time? Jesus. It's so crazy because when you think of 15 books, we look at George R. R. Martin's books with 1,000 pages in them, that's probably 3 books in itself, though, for a normal writer. So 15 books probably is what he has in the books that he has out right now, because most of these books probably 300 to 500 pages, maybe 300-400 pages. This guy is writing 1,200 pages, putting them out there. So,
I know that I gotta say one thing. Like, I am a very I'm a very impatient person. I know how to be patient, but it's not my nature to be patient. My nature is to be nice, but I'm not a patient person. So if there's a show that can show me to, a reason to fall in love with something, I'll watch the show and see the cliff notes. And if I like it, I'll definitely dive into something that's more, time consuming. But again, from the reviews that I've heard about the Wheel of Time and all the books, they were good. Some books are kind of, they drag a little bit. Like, I don't like it. I don't like wasted time. But I know they're good in general. So if there's a show, definitely I'm going to watch it. And if it's on Netflix, I mean, I'm already probably, like right there.
Yeah. Drawbridge, me is saying these books average around 800 pages. Goddamn.
I'm sorry. If that's the case, I'm sorry. I already have a hard time putting my contacts in. I can actually drive without these, so it's fine. But no, I don't think I'm going to be reading 800 pages. I'm sorry. If there's a show, I'm going to be on it right away. And if it's good, I'll read the books.
All right, so KPS says, I hope season 1 is in Valyria, showing the politics of the freehold and the Targ's partridge plot against the others, and then the dream, and obviously doesn't believe in the. I don't think they're gonna go that far, because I'm thinking about how they could stretch that, but I'm thinking about me personally what we have written already, and I think that they're going to focus on already what's written from the House of the Dragon book. They said so they don't really go too much into all that before all the stuff, the beef and everything else that was going on back then. So I think that we're going to use what we have. I think it's the first episode. I think will deal with the Doom straight up, and then I think because I'm thinking 10 episodes maybe for the season. Aegon's Conquest will be seasons 1, I think, when it's all said and done. I think it's going to take all 10 episodes to get through that whole conquest. And I think it goes from the Doom of Valyria, showing how the Valyrians were not, the Targaryens were not that big and popular, to the end of season 1 when Aegon's being crowned king of Westeros by everyone else. And I think that's the whole that we're going to get for the first season of everything. That's what I think. What do you think, Elma?
That actually sounds really exciting as well. Like when you say it, because they were not the biggest house, they were very kind of, I would say, inferior when it comes to, and not so popular then. So rise to power, like from almost nobody to the people with dragons, the house with dragons. So coming from let's say comparing to Flea Bottom to becoming next prince, king, whoever, somebody important. Again, I think that if they actually present it this way, it will kind of ring a bell with people. You can become anything. It depends on the situation. It's going to ring a bell like, oh yeah, they were kind of nothing, they were ridiculed, they were whatever. Maybe they were not completely ridiculed, but they were not so popular, they were not that big, they were just kind of in a way maybe nobody, and they became everything. So it's gonna ring a bell as far as, okay, I was this, now I'm that.
Mm-hmm. All right, Sam says that they need to set up something pre-Doom, even if it's episode 1, pre-history of Doom. Yeah, I think all that will be in episode 1. I think that because I don't think that they could do a full episode on pre-Doom. They could do that, and then episode 2 could be the Doom. But I don't think they're going to go that route with it. I think they're going to show them pre-Doom in episode 1, go right to the Doom, the dreams happening and stuff like that, people making fun of them and them leaving. I think they'll get all that done in episode 1. Me personally, I think that's how it's going to go down. I don't think they'll do a full episode of backlog and then go right into the Doom. Because I think that the character, when I look at it, I think that the character that they're going to... The actor that's going to play Aegon, the Conqueror, is going to be featured throughout the show. And I think they're going to want to get him in as soon as possible. So if they did pre-Doom, that means if they did that the first episode and then say the Doom the second episode, the more time they spend on that, the more the actor that was playing Aegon the Conqueror as an adult is not going to be there, because he's a child back then.
Mm-hmm.
So that goes down. So I don't think they're gonna spend that money on a child actor and have them. That, you know what I mean? I think all you need is like one episode of that child actor, and then all of a sudden, episode 2, you show that child actor growing up as Aegon the Conqueror. You know what I mean? You show it as that person. I don't think they're gonna focus all that time into it and put it there and have this child actor go for 2 episodes. So I think you're gonna want to get that main guy in there as fast as possible. Because I look, I want to say like Sean Beanish, but it's kind of like a Sean Bean, like a 1 season. Aegon the Conqueror, like a 1 season, 1.5 season thing, maybe 2 seasons of that guy, 2 seasons most likely of Aegon the Conqueror and his sister wives, and then I think they'll move on. But I think they'll get the first 2 seasons, and then that'll be it for them.
I wonder if because a lot of popularity of it relies on people's reaction to the first anything that they see. In the first episode, I guess first episode that we've seen, a lot of us were just gripped by what happened. Like we were hooked. So in a way, it's been a while. It's gonna be a while when it actually airs for the first time after all that time. They better. I mean, we who love this, we don't need to be sold. We're gonna watch it even if we were like disappointed or happy, or we didn't have this or that way opinion on it. We're gonna be watching, but the way to remain a watcher, we need to be hooked on something. Like we need a hook. So the first episode, I'm hoping that it will not go slow, that it will actually go like they're hitting the ground running and pulling us in right away with whatever. I don't care what tactics they use. I don't care if they're kind of cheesy. I'm fine with the cheesy stuff as long as I'm entertained. I don't care what they do, in a way, as long as it makes sense later on. But yeah. So again, I just wanted to mention a comment here. Do you think they're gonna do? I think Da mentioned like he hopes that they. I don't think they're gonna drop everything, because like on said that HBO doesn't just drop stuff; they do week by week, and I'm hoping that's gonna be it. I don't see a reason why it would not be week by week. But do you think they're gonna do 8 or 10? Are they gonna cheat us out? And we're thinking 10 is a regular thing. If it's under than 10, then it's like, what are they doing?
I think it has to be 10. I understand how people think, because basically they're saying HBO Max is the service that it's going to come out on, which is a streaming service.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of streaming services do drop it, like Netflix and Amazon. They drop everything all in once. But I don't think they're going to do that with this HBO Max. I think it's going to be like Disney Plus, like when you see The Mandalorian, you see 1 episode a week. I think it's going to come out like that for HBO Max. So I think we'll get 1 episode a week, and I think it'll be 10 episodes when it's all said. I can't see it being anything less than 10.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense, because like we throughout everything and anything, like if it's less than 10 on any platform, I'm kind of like, what's going on? Like, what are they doing? Yeah.
Broker said they might do it to promote HBO Max. I just don't think they'll do it, because we see Disney Plus not do it. So that there is a precedence of them not doing it, and I think it's bad to do it. If you put them all out there in 1 episode, you lose the buildup. Like if you look at any show that on Netflix, the reason why those shows can't hit like Game of Thrones is that it's no buildup to it. You need to be able to speculate week to week, and make it an event. Like Game of Thrones was like a Super Bowl every week. When you have a show like that and it comes out once a week, that's when you have friends come over your house. That's when people talk about it all week at the water cooler. When you get that at the work the next day, when you get that word of mouth. When you have a binge series, you lose that, because everyone's seen every episode and you don't get that buildup. And without that buildup, a show can never be as popular as Game of Thrones.
Of course.
So I think that's what they're going to go for. They're going to do that same exact thing, and that's what it's going to be. So I can't see them while waiting or dropping all at once. I wish they would, but they're not going to do it. It's not going to go down like that.
Yeah, and you're so right with that. Just to make a point, because a lot of the shows that I think when you mentioned, you recommend some of the different shows, and some of them are on Netflix and on Prime and other places, but the build up and the people actually doing the advertisement for the shows that HBO has, that's like free advertisement. People have that time. People it builds up in them, and we are curious creatures. So what better way of and we're social creatures too. So not only we guess about things, we talk to people about it. We have this need for that. So they know, HBO knows exactly what to do with it to make it better for them, to make more people to subscribe to them, at least around that time.
No, that Jay Cruz, and I like how Cobra Kai drops. I like how Netflix drops everything all at once too. I am a binge watcher, so I'll lay in bed all day, and I got a new snack, Elamar. It's called popcorners. I don't know if you ever ate it. You ever eat that popcorner?
The what? I'm sorry.
You ever eat popcorners? Popcorner chips? Popcorners?
No.
Oh, it's great. It's great. Anyone in the chat ever eat popcorners? Popcorners up there. Listen, it's popcorn. In chip form, like looks like a Dorito chip, but it's popcorn. It's phenomenal.
Popcorners. I am gonna look it up because apparently that's what I do. I Google a lot of things when I'm live.
This is the greatest chip in the world. In the world, you never heard of popcorners?
No, Tony.
This is the greatest thing ever invented because you can eat. Let me tell you something about this popcorners thing. It's popcorn, but in a chip form, like looks like a Dorito chip.
Yes, it does. I'm just looking at it right now, Tony.
Yes, it is great. Listen, it does taste better than popcorn. And at least the white cheddar. Yes, white cheddar is great.
Jalapeno cheddar, butter.
Yeah. Kettle corn is mine. Roscoe Dad's like kettle corn. Kettle corn is my favorite too. That's what I be rocking.
Oh my God.
But listen, 12 chips is like 90 calories. If you eat 12 chips, it's only like 90 calories. So you can eat these things all day.
And they're in blue too.
Yeah, that's the white cheddar one, the blue one.
You're right there. Oh.
Yeah, they are tremendous. I'll send you.
I have never ever seen them. Okay, Tony, if I see you next time, I know you're gonna be packing probably your luggage and stuff. Please, but I know I introduced you to the what was it? The Chester fries at the con. I had the Chester fries. Yep. Have you ever had them before?
I have not had them before.
And I thought you liked them from at least we were munching on them. Mm-hmm. I have never had these. Please, somebody who's going to go somewhere. I don't have these anywhere near me. I have never seen those. And oh my God, they look delicious.
I will send them to you on Amazon. Oh. I'll send you a couple of bags.
Oh my God. Anyway, I'm hungry.
No, they're very good. I'm telling you, they have nothing. It's just like it's better than popcorn. It's so much better than popcorn. You have no kernels in your mouth or anything like that.
Convenience.
It is just great. It is phenomenal.
Oh, I need more recommendation for stuff. Anyway, oh my God. Anyway, I'm getting hungry right now. It's late, but anyway, I'm good. No carbs. I'm being good. Anyway.
Yeah, you're doing no carbs right now?
Yeah, just like the last 2 weeks because I decided like it's been already. I promised myself that was for the New Year's, just health reasons, just the health reasons because my brain is better when I don't do carbs, and I have not listened to myself, and now I'm doing no carbs, and I feel much better. I actually found my car this time. I know where I park now. Anywho, yeah. So thank you for your recommendation, and yeah. We're talking about food right now, but yeah, we're talking about Valyria.
My Amber that has shown up, is that her? I can't tell. I don't know what that. I hope that's my Amber. I do not like to look at people's pictures and guess what it is anymore.
Do you want to say why, Tony? Or no?
Because one time, who was that woman that was there?
That was oh my gosh, Joan W. I forgot her last name. Joan.
It is my Amber. It's so good to see you, down. Amber is the person. I never said it. She's the one who gave me the thug mug. Actually, yes, thug mug is from Amber, and that painting back there too on the wall. That's the blue one. That's all about. She painted that and all that. But yes. Who was it that lady? So it was ladies you said, and she had a picture. I thought it was a scarf on her neck.
Yes, me too. I admitted I was not alive when you said that, but I was in the comments.
I truly did. Yes. It turned out to be a dog.
Mm-hmm. It was like as if she was looking up and she had like a thing or something, and it turns out to be a scarf or something. No, you thought
I thought it was a scarf.
Dog scarf. Yeah.
Dog.
Yes.
But so I'm not guessing anymore about what's going on with people's profile pictures ever.
Or who was it? Jabba the cat or hat or
Yeah,
something?
that job of the cat,
Cats.
job of the hut. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Shortbridge Media, dog scarf, big difference. Listen, Drawbridge, all right, Drawbridge, don't make me have to get on Drawbridge. I'm trying to tell you that it looked like a scarf. All
Is
right,
it?
LMR so the same thing.
Yes, I did. At the first, I didn't say like, oh, I don't just go, saying that stuff. But when you see a picture and it's the first thing is what our mind sees, and her hair was like kind of, she was looking this way, and she had something here. And to this day, I don't know if it was a dog or a scarf. I don't know. At this point, I don't know what it was. It was something different than I saw at first.
Yeah, I thought it was I truly thought it was. But shout out to Amber. So happy to see you. I gotta say your name again. This makes me smile.
Awesome.
Shout out to Amber. Love you, Amber, so much. And I'm so happy that you are here rocking with me and everything else. Oh, as always. So happy to see, not see you, but see your name. It makes me happy. Anyway, besides that, yes, the scarf dog and everything else. I'm sorry about that and all that good stuff, everything else. John H is in the building here, rocking with us right here too.
Awesome.
I wish she was here right now so I could show it, so you all could see. So, John K, so I'm glad you put the comments on screen so we can see the pitch close. That's the only reason why I knew is because I could see the pitch close up. I was not looking at the close up. I was only seeing the small shot of it, you know what I mean, from the side, and that's what it was. So that was the problem. Then when I seen it close up, I was like, oh, it was, it is a dog. I thought
and we're not saying that she has a scarf made out of a dog, because she doesn't.
No.
It is it's not what it
is. Her like chin is underneath the dog's head, you know what I mean. And it just looked like she had a tight scarf that was going around. That's what it looked like. And the small picture, Jabba the Hutt cat. I didn't know that was a cat for Jabba the Hutt. I didn't know what I thought it was, but I didn't think it was a cat. And then all of a sudden, I blew it up, and it was a big fat cat.
Mm-hmm.
And he's from Queens, New York. So shout out to Jabba.
Oh.
Everybody else is like some people I didn't even know was black until I blew that picture up on the screen. To tell you the truth, I had no idea. It was.
Oh my gosh.
That's the way it is. All right, back to topics. We're talking about the Doom of Valyria. We're talking about episode 1. I think we have gotten through the whole Doom. I think I've told you exactly how I feel it's going. Episode 1's going to do. We're going to do episode 2. We're going to go through all the episodes and everything else, and then we'll tell you exactly how these episodes are going to go. And then when the season does start, we'll see if I'm right on this and everything else. But anyone else has any questions? Of course, obviously we were answering all questions and everything else and all that. Sam, what's she saying here, Sam? Damn, really getting sad. I'm not gonna meet Tony Teflon TV, which is Tony Teflon, that's me, because he won't be at Ice and Fire Con. You know, I went to Ice and Fire Con one time, and that is the only time I went there. I wish I could go this year, but I cannot go there this year. I have too much going on in my life and stuff to go to all these cons and stuff like that. So, you know, though it doesn't look it, when you look at me and it doesn't look it, I have it. My daughter's getting married this year, so I have to deal. I'm about to have to deal with that.
Well, in a way, you are, because you know your baby. I mean, that's your baby, and who's grown up, so you're dealing with it personally.
And I have to deal with the situation, not deal with the situation, but I have to go to that and everything else and take care of all that and do all the daddy duties for that and everything else, you know, and and go out there and walk it down the aisle and I got the speech I gotta do, and I gotta be dance and everything else and all that good stuff and everything else. So I'm very happy for her that she's happy that she's going to. Who's going to bed right now? Who's leaving? Lady Starfall. Good night, Lady Starfall. Thank you for rocking with us and stuff. And Luke is out too. So
Luke.
Yeah. So peace out, Luke, and a new channel name and everything else. But yeah, I gotta do all that stuff. You know what I mean? Looking forward to doing all that stuff like that and everything else. AK47. She says, Oh, and congrats to the new daughter-in-law. You're getting Tone Teflon TV. Yes, I am getting a new daughter-in-law and stuff like that. So my daughter's wife that she marries, her name is Allison and stuff. So I'll have a new daughter-in-law. I have another daughter. I have two daughters after this is all done and stuff. So I already have two daughters. So I have three daughters. That's all. The kids,
Nice.
my youngest daughter, Chloe, will go nuts about it and stuff like that. So yeah, so I'll have that. So look forward to doing all that and all that. So because of that, that is what is the problem. Oh, I can't go all these things and stuff like that. John A says, will there be 77 courses served at your daughter's wedding reception? I have no idea. I don't have anything to do with anything like that but money. And besides that, that's my contribution is just putting the money out, and that's it. I'm just gonna be there and support the cause, and that's all it's going to be. You know what I mean? So
it's fun organizing that stuff as a woman. Like it's a fun thing. Not every woman likes to do that, but like usually there is a person. Okay, there's the money, but then somebody says, okay, I'm gonna organize it. So it's one like weighing it. It's a fun stuff. It's a fun stuff. Sometimes it's just fun to show up and experience it, and for others, it's fun to set it up. So I'm sure she's gonna have a lot of fun setting it up, and you're gonna enjoy it. I know you're gonna enjoy it.
I ain't got nothing to do with it. I got going on. I can't do all that stuff. You know what I mean? My daughter's very particular. She acts a lot like me, so it just wouldn't work with class. I try to put my thing in there. So all I can do is just show up.
And enjoy it.
Enjoy it and just be the sexiest man in the building. That's my plan.
And you can definitely say that over there too. Yeah. Looking forward to that.
She said that I'm not allowed to. She has to be the star. I'm not allowed to upstage her. I am not going to upstage her. If it happens, there's nothing I can do about it. You know what I mean? But no.
Stuff happens. You show up and yeah.
It is what it is when I show up. But I show up, I blow up, and the story. That's just what it is, So hopefully
that's how it is.
Get her night though. Her and her wife's night. So it's obviously it's gonna be all about them and stay back in the background as much as I can and stuff like that. But it is what it is when I'm on the dance floor. So there's nothing I can really do about that. And I have a whole dance. I could do a full split and everything else. It's going down.
Are you practicing, Tony?
I've already done it like a million times and stuff. So it's going down the full split.
Pictures. We would love to see pictures. Oh, awesome! So we're gonna see some of that. That I cannot wait. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, so that's the reason why I can't go. Sam, sorry. If that wasn't going on this year, I definitely would go, but I cannot go for that reason. I can only do one con this year, and that con is going to be the Con of Thrones, because I have blood to every other one. Oh, real quick, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to let me blow this up because I want y'all people to let me blow this up real quick. All right, so if y'all can see this box next to me. You see the box, Eleanor, my thumb is pointing to?
Yes. Right. That's what is that?
All right, so someone made this for me at my job. This lady, she's a very nice, she's a very beautiful, nice lady. Let me get this out here. I wanted to show everybody this. She makes these boxes. I don't know if you can really see it. Can you?
Tony, can you show it just yourself so we can see it as a bigger picture?
All right.
All there we go. Thank you.
All right. So this is what it is. She makes these boxes. Has a light in it. I know you probably can't see the light because the lights are all in here, but it has a light in it and it's flickering right now. She carves everything in there, and she carves all that. She usually does like other sets, like hunting scenes.
Oh, nice.
Other things like that. Whatever anybody wants. But I told her, I said that I wanted a Game of Thrones thing, and she said, "Oh, I could find something for you." And she found it, and she cut this out for me. And it has a light, and the light inside is actually flickering because it's one of those flicker bulbs that makes it look like it's a candle inside and stuff.
Amazing.
And she made it, and she stained it, and she put that all there, and she made that for me. And that's only going to be on my set. And she only charges $20 to make this thing.
No, that is amazing. When you said $20, that does not look like $20. That looks like more closer to 100, I would say, from like a store.
That's all she charges to make those things right there. $20. It should make one for you and anybody else. So anyone wants one of those type things or anything like that, let me know. And I would love for her to get any work for it because she deserves it. And when people say it's so nice. she is one of the she does not have the Etsy AKM. So I keep telling her to do one, but she doesn't think she's good at it. Like she's just like,
Oh my
oh,
god.
I gotta. I'm sorry. What am I doing? You gotta be back on here. She's always like, oh, she's like, oh, it's not that good. It's not that good. I'm like, it's beautiful. What are you talking about? You should be getting paid on this thing. She doesn't do it. She just like, it is what it is. So if anyone wants one, so I truly would appreciate it if you wanted one. It doesn't have to be Game of Thrones. It could be whatever you want. As long as she can find the thing so she can cut it out and stuff like that. And she only sells them for $20. Let me know. Hit me up at Teflon TV or something like that. And she's such a beautiful. I mean, she's I don't know. She's probably in the 50s, something like that, lady. And I say, like, when I go to work and see her there, she always has a smile on her face. She's always happy. She's always upbeat. She's just a nice, beautiful woman. Aww. And I really would just like for her to, get more work and be able to do it because she just deserves it. And she truly does. And I'm just so happy that I got it and everything. I told her I put it on my set forever.
Beautiful.
And to be there forever. And she stains the whole thing. She cuts the wood. She does everything. It takes her a little bit to make it, you know what I mean? But when it's made, it's well worth it. So hopefully,
it's a perfect nightlight. I'm just looking at it like, oh my gosh, can you imagine putting it on your nightstand? I mean,
I wanted to move it to my bedroom and be greedy, and just look at it every night. And I wanted to do that, but I was like, I have to have a party. So that's what it is. But yeah, if anyone wants to, like yes, Joe, it's definitely a good stash box. The top on it comes off, and she gives you 2 light bulbs. That's the flickering light bulb in there right now, and then she gives you the regular light bulb in there. And it's it's one of these things right here that you just click it on and off and stuff. Right here from the cables, you don't have to go behind it or anything like that. So if anyone wants one or anything like that, definitely hit me up. Like she does all scenes. She'll do animal scenes and she'll do all, like she does a lot, hunters and people have things like that. She'll do all those things. Anyone who wants one or anything like that, definitely hit me up and I'll give her your order and everything else and stuff like that. So hopefully she can get some business because she deserves it. And she's a beautiful woman. I really
perfect colors too. I'm looking at it right now. Like I do sleep with a nightlight on. I don't know why. For some reason, maybe like a thing, but this would be perfect. Like this is gorgeous. And if you said she does different scenes on it, so you can whatever you want.
Yeah, any scene that she could find that she can cut out with her. I don't know what she's using to cut it. You know what I mean? Cut the wood, but her little stencil that she can find. That she can cut in there with the wood. If you could find that and everything else, she'll definitely put it on there for you and all that good stuff. And that's it. I think Almost Human is up in the building. Is that Almost Human?
I'm sorry?
Almost Human came up in here?
Yes, that's Kat. Hi, Kat. How are you?
Apparently human. Sorry.
Apparently human. Yeah. That's
almost
awesome to see you, Kat. Yeah.
Apparently human. Yeah. Thank you for being here with us. We are so happy to have you, man. It's like that. Oh, we have. Is this some LMO? What does it say here?
Oh, Joanna K, did you make the necklaces and earrings you had at the gun? Yeah, actually, I'm making them, and this time I'm gonna see if they give me a spot at the booth over there because I love crafting. This is my stress relief. We'll see. If they give me a spot at the con, I'm gonna have some stuff over there for whoever wants to get it. Yeah.
Which one?
Oh, at the con at the Ohio. I stress relief by making necklaces. I don't wear them because I don't like to have too much jewelry on me. But when I do, by the way, I love these, Tony. Thank you.
What was that? Can we get a highlight of that? I don't know. How can we highlight you?
Me? I don't know. Don't go too close.
We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. There it is.
Yeah, I love these. Oh my god, I love these. Anyway, so again, thank you, Tony. I love them. I every time I stream, I'm thinking I'm gonna put these on, and I do, and I love them. But yeah, I'm making the jewelry. I'm making more jewelry, and if they have a spot for me, I'm waiting for them to tell me if they do have a spot for me. There was only one remaining, and if they will, I'm gonna have more jewelry because I love making that stuff. It's so much fun. It's a lot of fun. Anyway.
That's beautiful. So definitely, you know what I mean. Definitely support LMR and her jewelry making quest because she makes beautiful jewelry, and buy her jewelry. She deserves it. You know what I mean. You got to support each other. That's the only way you get ahead in life. You know what I mean. I learned. I grew up in a mostly Jewish community, more Jewish than anything. I say Jewish, Black, and Italian. There's mostly everything, mostly Jewish out there. What I learned from the Jewish people out there I grew up with was, if you keep your money in your community, it always comes back to you. That's what they told me. All the older Jewish people out there is keep your spending. Don't go outside your neighborhood. Spend your money in your community. It always comes back to you. So spend your money in the Game of Thrones community, and eventually it's going to come back to you. That's what it is. You know what I mean? So that's why we should support each other. And the same thing when you subscribe to YouTube channels. You know, you subscribe to everybody's YouTube channel. You know, not just one person's YouTube channel or another content creator. You subscribe to everyone's content creator who's doing the same thing, and it all comes around in a circle, so everyone can get paid and everyone can make more videos and everyone can come out there and do that stuff, you know.
Definitely.
And that's what it should be all about, the support and everything else. But definitely, if you want one of the boxes, definitely, because I told her I was going to say it on the thing, and she doesn't think anyone's going to buy one. She's like, no one's going to want that from me. And I was like, you're crazy. That's beautiful. That is
beautiful stuff.
I'm so happy that she did that. So hope if anyone does want, please hit me up. Teflon TV on Facebook page. And seriously, I will front the money to her right off the bat to get your thing made. And when she gives it to me, I'll have her ship it to you, and then you can just pay me back for it. But I will put the money up for you.
Good stuff. I'll be talking to you about that, Tony. I need a light.
Perfect. And
I'll hit you up privately. Yeah. We'll see.
That is great. True. Oh, we got Manlin says, I want it 100%. I hope so. Oh, that's Peter Griffin. These things move up real fast when you go to hit a link and just the other person's there. What up to Peter Griffin? I don't think I shouted out Peter Griffin. You know what I mean? What up, Peter Griffin? What up?
So many awesome friends here, and it's so awesome to see everybody now that it's. I don't know what it is about maybe the new stuff that's coming out, or it's getting closer, or maybe one of the cons. But people are kind of showing up more. And again, like you said, Game of Thrones is our first love. So
Joanna K says, "AK, I got pics of me, you, Tony, LOL." All right, so let's stop right there, real quick. All right. Let's look at this phrase. It says, I got pics, right, of me, you, and Tony. Why is LOL after me? Like, are you laughing that I'm in the pic? I was with my daughter. Is that what's going on here? Is that what I'm saying?
Tony, I always say commas save lives. We have to have commas.
Why am I gotta be the laugh here? AK says I have smoked too much wear with Joanne. You know, AK, I took a lot of pictures with a lot of people at the con. I think I do remember seeing. Listen, see, Chrissy of also she knows. Don't worry, Tony. You'll always be known. That is my fellow Queens New Yorker talking about it.
Chrissy's right.
Because she's laughing that she doesn't remember. Thing that not about me. I'm just teasing you. I know that you're not like, who is that one? I know, Joanne, that you're not like that one chick. Who is that one chick? What is her name?
Which one? I'm sorry.
What is her name? That's a line from from the books too. That was said. That said, "Oh, came on my channel and told people to do a live stream together without me."
Oh my! Wait! Was it Tawny Chicago? No,
it was the Tawny. That too was the Tawny.
Oh, I miss her.
It was Tawny. That one chick, Tawny.
Yeah.
Come on here and say, "Oh, everyone should do a live stream together without me."
Was it her? Oh my gosh! I know you were. Yeah, there were some comments.
What's that damn Tawny? Whatever happened to Tawny? I haven't seen her ever since. Yeah, I called her out. Of course, she never came back.
I gotta tell her that it's safe here.
I'm just teasing her. I'm just playing with her. But people don't think I don't be seeing it. I be looking at the chat, and hopefully right now I have the chat to the camera where you can actually see my eyes. People say, "Oh yeah, the eyes don't be open," because I always usually look down. I tried to raise up the computer so I could actually look at the camera and at the same time, so hopefully people can see it. Oh, look! Leave Tali alone. Sam R says, "I love her." He said it about me. Why is he the victim? Why is Tani the victim? On my channel, right? Imagine she came on my channel, Teflon TV, and told all my guests that were on the show with me, "Oh, y'all should do a live stream together." And what about me?
Tori.
What me? And I'm the bad person.
I'm thinking she meant that you already were there, so we did not even have to be mentioned. I'm trying to save her.
Channel. She said, y'all should go to this channel and do a live stream.
Oh my gosh. No, we need Tony Chicago here. She's amazing. I see her in other streams and I do miss talking to her. I didn't have much time.
Come back. Yeah. She know I'm gonna say something. She don't want to come back up and she's nervous.
Oh, I gotta talk to her and say, she gotta come back because we do miss her here. I miss her here. So
I miss her telling other people, my guests, not to come on my channel anymore. I miss that whole time.
Oh yeah.
AK says she was joking though. She wasn't. She won't come on your stream in your chat because she thinks you hate her. I do not hate her. I do not hate her. You see me laughing about it, right? I think it's funny here.
Yeah, no, I gotta talk.
Oh my God, Jordy is in here. Major is in the building. We have not seen her and everything. Hello, everyone. I want you to go to Tani. I want everyone to hunt down Tani and tell her to come back to Teflon TV. Though we love her here. I'm not this and that. I don't hate her. I'm just playing around about her. Right? I want her back. I don't want her to be nervous. She's probably up in there creeping in the background, just watching. That's probably what's going on.
I gotta tell her we don't bite her unless she wants to.
No, and it depends who you are. All right, I'm just biting anybody, All right, I'm not biting Jabba. He's not getting bitten no matter what he does. All right? Unless he was bitten by a snake and I had no choice but to suck the venom out of him to save his life, I would do it. But it would take a situation like that for it to happen. It would take something like that. This right here. Here we go. This is a comment right here. Tony doesn't hate anyone. He's too cool, nice, and I have personally seen him welcome haters with open arms. You are correct. I am too cool. I am too nice. I do not hate anybody. Even people who have said bad things about me. I don't hate anyone. I give everybody the opportunity to feel the way they want to feel, and if you say something, then you are wrong about saying it. Just all you gotta do is just be a man and say, you know what, I was wrong about saying that, and life goes on. Life's too short for that.
Yep. And a lot of the stuff we say here, obviously, it has to be communicated to Tani. We do joke a lot about some stuff, so we love each other. All of us, we're friends. So yeah, some people.
I got on Ninja Kick, right? Ninja Kick came in here running his mouth, right? Remember that? And I got on Ninja Kick. He can still come in. I mean, Ninja Kick is cool. Yeah. Everyone has the right to say what they want, you know what I mean? And he came in here when I told him I was going to win the bull ride. He found out I did. He came in here and bent the knee and said, yo, Tone, you did what you said you were do. It is what it is. That's just the way it goes, everyone else, that's just the way. That would be a sad thing about the Con Thrones this year. There probably won't be Ride a Dragon thing. Mm-hmm. I think I'll just be the first ever and winner, and that's just the last one. Because even if they had one, I probably wouldn't go on it again because I'm telling you that my thighs hurt so bad.
I'm not doing it again. My again, I don't want to say, but my thumb is still recovering. It's fine, but there are things I cannot do with it. But it's okay because that gives me a memory. That's okay. I'm completely fine.
Injury from that.
It's a lifetime memory, Tony. It's a good memory. It's a good memory, but I think I'm going to be just rooting people and having my Happy Mary or maybe my choice of beer and just cheering people on if there would be anything like that. But I do not regret any of it. So
we'll be in Florida, so I don't know what it will be, if it'll be Bloody Marys or what they got going down there.
Yeah.
So we will see exactly what it is and stuff like that. As for is the brand one, so why are you talking about? He's not talking about the thing. I'm gonna have to put it out there. I don't think I ever put the tape out there. The reason why I haven't put the footage out there for the Bull Riders because me and Phil the Issues guys are supposed to do commentary while we do it. So as I said in the thing, I did not want to win the thing because it would have looked rigged, right? If I would have went there and then all of a sudden I'm the one throwing it and I walk away with the trophy, it looks rigged. So I did not take the trophy. I said that way before when I started. I wouldn't take the trophy. That whoever was in there, I was going to give the trophy to. And the guy who did come in second place, I did give the trophy to. When you look at it and you could see it, and we'll run it back in the Phil thing, you could see where his foot does touch the floor. And that's why I lasted longer than him. If his foot did not touch the floor at that time that it did, then he definitely would have had a better ride than me. But when you look at the footage and you see it, and when it actually happened, me and Tarzan were sitting there, but he was doing so good, and we were like, just let him go on. And that's why we let him just go on. But his foot does touch the floor early in the thing. So there's no doubt that I was the one who was on the longest out of everybody. But he won the trophy. Then a girl, we put her in second place, and I was the blanket winner because I told everyone all I wanted was the blanket. All right, I said I was going in there for the blanket, and that's what I walked away with, the blanket, and that's it. And
I was counting on 3 seconds. I think I lasted maybe 4 or 5.
Sarah's the smartest one of them all. Sarah,
she was amazing
because she didn't get hurt. She's the only one who didn't get hurt. She knew exactly what she's doing. She got on there. As soon as it moved, she fell right off. It's probably like 0.5 seconds. Right off. But it was perfect because she's the only one who didn't get hurt.
Yeah,
everyone else who tried to stay on there walked away with an injury. There's no one else. Everyone.
It was broken stuff, purple thighs, bruises.
Oh, Sam. It was.
No shorts after that, unless you're willing to, sport, bruised up thighs.
It was so terrible. Everybody was just. I see people hit their face right.
Oh my God!
Right off the bowl. I was because number one, you're drinking. You know what I mean? So everyone was drinking.
That was a mistake too.
That wasn't. That was a mistake, and everything else.
Good memories. Yeah.
It was a good time. It was a great time. Hopefully this time holds up. I just don't want this virus to mess. Because I'm probably gonna buy my hotel tickets this week.
Awesome.
But I'm nervous to do it because if they shut down that city, they better pay me my money back.
Oh yeah, for those who are looking into, I don't know if they still have them. I think they're gonna have them until a little bit before the con. I think the rooms that the organization that makes this all happen, they still have the rooms. I think so. You can purchase them at the block that they have. They're discounted, and they do. I think they charge the first night, but then you can cancel 5 days before. I think so. You're fine.
Yeah, Centavia says Timo hurt her knee. Yeah, Timo blew her knee out, right? Was it a knee or was it an ankle?
Timo, and that was her knee. That was her knee. Yeah, she bruised her knee, and she had some issues after too. Yeah, but that's why you signed the waiver.
That's right. It was your only daughter, right? In my place, she lasted 4 seconds. Now I need to see. I had the footage then. I had the footage of Joanna K. I had the footage of everyone on there. So actually, the guy from Drinks and No Things, they sent me the footage. They taped it, and I have Nancy T's footage. So I have from 2 different angles. So that's why me and Phil were gonna do it. I'm gonna talk to Phil, and we're gonna do it, and then I'm gonna show both angles and everything else of it and all that. But Joanna K, we definitely gonna see it because if your daughter wrote in your place, I gotta see that. We gotta see all that. I think the only one I'm not allowed to show is Smoker Hana. She asked me not to show her. So, out of respect, I'll be probably.
Well, there's an option for that. I'm gonna check my footage.
If you don't want me to show you, I will not show you.
We'll see that. I'm gonna have to check. I think I saw it, but again, I think I was after.
You look very nice on them, though. Yes, you did. You had on. Yeah, did you have the white pants on that day? I think you had the white pants on.
No, my white pants were the day after.
Yeah,
because that was like I needed but I had my jeans on and I had my shirt of some kind.
Hey, the white pants is in my head, so maybe I have
Yeah.
to look at the white
I
pants.
like my white pants, yes.
They were very nice, the white pants.
Thank
I
you.
don't say anything bad
Thank
about the
you.
white pants.
It was summer in a very hot city. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no, that yeah, definitely. AK put that up there. Sub just fill the issues guy. Channel. That's my man. He's going to Vegas this week. He said he's going to Vegas and he's going to have his mask on the whole time while he's flying. And Timo is going to. Timo is going. We got Mother of Krakens in the building, rocking with us. Timo is going to Nashville actually this week, and she's rocking her mask too. And I don't know why she's going, but she's going. And that's what it is. So
We are all in need of vacation. Like there should be more than one vacation a year. Sometimes we just need more than one.
I need a month.
Oh God, yeah.
I really need a whole month off every year. You know what I mean? I truly need a month, and I would be great if I just had a month off, just a straight month. I'd be very happy. That's what John H. What up to John H. and everything. I feel like people come and everything else, but I feel like we're going to have to end this soon. So we'll do 5 more minutes, and if anyone has any questions, LMR, so you can ask her anything.
Yeah, my gosh. Yeah, because we did talk. The first topic was the Valyria, right? But then we jumped to little. We actually touched upon the lovely chicken that I'm gonna have. And Tony, I have to say, with the videos that you're making, I am gonna have that sandwich. But I know for sure I'm not even gonna. Even if I like it, I will not have it all.
Yeah,
that is like a mini heart attack. Like
it probably is. It was a good heart attack going down. I can't say anything about that.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm looking into that. I'm definitely gonna try it and give
Wait a second, Sam R. What are you doing? She's like, I am flying into Italy in July. Why are you going there?
Oh yeah, she mentioned that.
Don't put your life on a non-refundable ticket. All right. I'm not going anything on there.
I just told Sam that seriously, if she's going there, and she is going there because non-refundable tickets, I need to see some pictures. Like I need to see some vineyards and an awesome cafe and some good wine and good pictures of, I'm sure, very exotic people over there.
I'm not going anywhere. KP asked you, LMR, is season 8 your thoughts?
Oh, my season 8. I'm assuming the past one. Thoughts in general. I'm okay with it now. Let's just say this way. It's my first love, so I only keep good memories. But if I need to break it down, I'll break it down for somebody in private. I'm not gonna go into rants.
Yeah. Season 8. It's over. Yeah. It's said and done. I mean, was it great? No. Was it terrible? No. So it just rides in the middle. You know what I mean? There were some things they could have did better, some things they didn't do better. I'm not, the big moments of it. The Dany flip was just too quick. The Dany flip, they didn't build it up. It just happened. It looked like one day she was good. The next day she didn't wash her hair for 3 days and now she's crazy.
Yeah.
They didn't build up the Dany craziness. They should have built that up seasons ago. They claimed that they did by the things she did, but they didn't really focus on it. They didn't have her act. So I didn't see the mad Targaryen. I didn't see her father there, you know what I mean? Like a father, like we hear in the books, he's a nut. He's a nut. You know what I mean? He's burning people. His fingernails are overgrown. We didn't see anything with her like that. So I think that was probably the worst part of the whole season was the Dany flip. The Jon Snow kill. I knew that Jon Snow would kill her, but the reason that he killed her for was just because Tyrion influenced him to do it. Was disgusting. Yeah. It was terrible. I don't care what George R. R. Martin says at all. If that's what he had planned in the books, he's not going to do that in the books, no matter what. I guarantee you that it won't be that way because he's seen the backlash and people may say, oh, I'm going to do my story no matter what. No, people want to please people. All right. In the end, you want to please people. And he knows exactly how that came across. It was terrible. So I don't think it's going to be that. I think that he will kill Dany. John, I've always said that. But I think it'll be in order to forge light, bringing the sword. He'll have no choice. It'll be more of a sacrifice that he has no choice, not because Tyrion is on death row and he convinces her to do it.
Yeah, and with the stuff that I always said that the book, you have countless pages. I mean, you can write whatever you want, however long you want it. You can be long-winded if you want. In the show, you have to cut corners somewhere, and they made jumps and assume that people will follow their understanding, their logic, and a lot of us did, but we kind of were missing. It's not about cliff notes; it's about showing us the story, and to some extent just did not show us the smoothness of it. Logically, if you would put an extra scenes over there, it would make sense for her to go crazy or whatever it was that they were trying to do, but they did not, and a lot of people got kind of not so they were not okay with it, where past seasons were drawn out, some scenes were drawn out, and here it was just a jump. So like for the coming up stuff that they have, that's what I'm hoping for, that they won't jump too much, because people did not do well with those jumps. As you know, I hope that you make it smooth for everybody to be able to connect the dots logically in their head and just be okay with it.
Yeah, because when you show Dany, and they just say like, "Oh, you knew this was happening with Dany. Look what she did to the slave masters and everything else." It wasn't like she had a reason to do that to the slave masters, right? She had a reason why doing it. It wasn't like she was just doing it to people who didn't deserve it. And we also shown her have compassion to the point where she was willing to lock her dragons up because they ate a child. If she was mad and she was crazy, she would have been like, "Oh, let the dragons eat you too. You can join your child." It would have been we would have had to do something like that. You know what I mean? It just made it seem like she got stressed out one day, and then she was just like, "You know what? F it. I'm fucking everybody up right now. I'm burning everyone down." And that's what it seemed like, more than her being a mad Targaryen where she just lost her mind and wanted to burn it. I didn't see that ever in her. You know what I mean? I didn't see that whatsoever. So I think that was their biggest flaw with the whole situation. Yeah. You know, Bran becoming king, that's, there's nothing wrong with that and everything else, but them saying that he had the best story, that's the reason why he deserved to be king, that's not untrue. He did not have the best story. Tyrion's story is better than his. Dany's story is better than his. Jon Snow's story is better than his. Sam Tarly's story is better than his. There's a billion stories that are better than Bran the Broken. That makes him that you want to say that if that's the reason why they're going by why he should be king, because he had the best story. I have to say that that's not the case whatsoever. He did not have the best story. There's a billion other people who had better stories than him.
And he was gone. He was gone for the whole, was it the entire season, or am I just the entire season?
He just got like maybe I think almost 2 seasons right there.
Okay.
So how do you have the best story when you're not even there for 2 seasons?
Yeah, no, I agree with that completely.
Yeah, it's obviously last season was just rushed. Dan and Dave wanted off. They rushed it and everything else. It wasn't supposed to be 2 seasons. That's all was supposed to be in 1 season that they did, and they stretched it out to 2 seasons. And I would say the final thoughts on it, the Battle of Winterfell was just very dark. They didn't light it properly for you to see everything the way it was supposed to be seen. I understand it's supposed to happen in the dark.
Yes.
You still have to light the area properly so people could see what's going on. And I thought that they didn't do a good job doing that.
Tony, I remember the memes, and I'm not into, I mean, I'm on Twitter, but I have been I've been kind of absent from all other media in general, but I remember those, what do you call it, memes that they had with, like people like squinting, like what is going on over there? It was so funny. I know people were trying to make it like light of it and everything, but yes, it was so dark, one of those episodes, and all the lights were out in my house, and I watched it again with everything off, like everything, to make sure I got it all right. I even put it on the proper setting on the TV. I had different settings, couldn't see anything. I'm like, oh my God, I'm supposed to guessing. But again, I think the only reason, my reason for it, because I'm trying to excuse some of the the iffiness of it, was that in a battle you see nothing, you're confused, and there's nothing, and there's chaos and confusion, and you're just hitting and hoping you're hitting the bad guy. But again, that's my excuse for my explanation for maybe for my brain to be okay with the way the episode was. I don't know if they were going that way, but I try to explain it like that to myself.
It's just everything was bad. The battle tactics, when you look at the battle tactics, the way the battle was fought, it just wasn't fought in a sensible way. You wouldn't have your cavalry just charge right out into the darkness and to something that they don't know. That number one, you're on a horseback, right? Now I'm gonna talk about technical stuff with that. How's Sanchez up in the building rocking with us right now? What up, Sanchez?
Long time
You
no
know what I
see.
mean? When you have a cavalry and you have horses and you have tanks or anything else like that, the number one thing when you have something that's rolling, bareback barbarians, Mo Genie's up in the building
Hey.
rocking with us right here. You know, when you have the cavalry and you have people up in there, right? The number one thing you have here is that you have to have somebody that can, you have to know what you're seeing, right? Because any little hole on the floor or anything else like that, any type of like tank or anything like that, if you can't see where you're going, you're not going to drive that up in there. You know what I mean? There's no way you're going to do that. So that tactic to have them just charge into darkness would not work. Number two, when they've shown every time that they've ever shown in the show a cavalry attack, it's always been from the flanking sides, right? You never had them go straight head on. It's always from the sides, and you circle around. They did it with Stannis when they showed Stannis versus the Wildlings, and Stannis had that same attack run on him by Ramsay. When Ramsay had his army going down that way. So all of a sudden you have these Dothraki. Now you did see the Dothraki screamers drive down when they fought the Lannister army, but you could see they were splitting across the sides, and then Danny burnt a hole through the middle for them to charge through, right? So they didn't just smash right into him and didn't do anything like that, you know. So it was unrealistic. And then to have the people outside the wall that was your defense and have to retreat back into the wall, it's just wasteless. It's just meaningless. If the wall is your defense, why would you be on the other side of it? That would be like having when you had the Night's Watchmen go up against the Wildlings and you had the Wildling army on the other side of the wall. That would be like having some of the Night's Watchmen out there in front of that big ass wall fighting when you have the whole wall for your advantage.
Exactly.
So when you look at the whole tactics of it, it just didn't work out, and I think that's what it was. It's just you just don't do it that way. That's not the way a battle is fought. So I thought that the execution of it was just terrible. But besides that, you know, the Arya killing the Night King and everything else, I have no problem with that. Everything else, everything with Arya was great. You know what I mean? I liked all that. I liked everything about it. I just don't see how they would definitely how that basically got everything going with that, the way that they depicted the battle. And I don't think that George R. R. Martin will depict the battle that way. I think he'll study other battles and then take from other battles in history and use that, you know, for history. Especially when you have archers and everything else like that, you know, when you have that there, it just would be foolish the way they did it. You don't have, you know, and they showed that, like when they had Ramsay's army fighting and he had his archers willing to hit his own men to kill Jon Snow's men because he didn't care. That would be exactly the same thing that why would you send people out there farther than your archers can defend?
Exactly.
You know, you have to shoot over the top. You have to have a wall, which you had to stop people, and have your archers, your artillery shoot over them and kill them that way. That's how you do it. That's how you defeat people. That's how you beat armies. That's how it always goes. And then they just wanted a dramatic effect. You know what I mean? And they went for throw all of the Dothraki people out there, and then just have an empty horse ride back to try to build up the suspense of the Night King. And then the last thing I would say is that you have the Night King, you have articles of Entertainment Tonight and Entertainment Weekly, and even the action figure of the Night King. You have this huge ass sword on this guy's back.
Oh gosh.
You have the guy who's playing the Night King, who did the Sir Arthur Dayne sword fight scene, who was the same guy who did that. and you don't even let the guy pull his sword off his back and fight at all. Like he doesn't even pull his sword at all off his back. And all the White Walkers that we seen standing back there did nothing. We didn't see the White Walkers fight in battle in this battle whatsoever. But yet we've seen the White Walkers fight in Hardhome, but we don't see the White Walker in the biggest battle. The White Walkers don't get their hands dirty at all. They just all shatter when the Night King is dead, and the man didn't even unsheathe his sword. Makes no sense to have this big ass sword and have him holding the sword in the Entertainment Weekly cover like he's doing something with it. And the man did not even get a chance to pull his sword off. And when he had a chance to fight Jon Snow one-on-one at that time, he turns his back and walks away like he's afraid of him. Why did you have the whole Jon Snow stare down with the Night King if they weren't going to fight at all? So it just didn't make any sense. This was story-wise, and I think that's the biggest problem to have everything with.
Yeah, and AK, I think she made a comment about that here as well, about that, and people are making great comments here in the chat. But also, I think that actually she talks about the Dothraki, like, you know, an open field, but again, why would you charge the others in an open field? But like you said, Tony, I think they were going for the whole, you know, like just make an impression, just to lose people in a moment with the fire, with the atmosphere, with the build up, and then logic kind of went to the side. Like they did not think about the logic of it, and yeah, huge disappointment about the actual sword that was never pulled out. And the only thing, again, in my mind is I'm trying to logically think about it, but again, in the moment think about it. It's you know, the fact that you have plans, you have expectations, and then life happens. However, this is a movie, or the show, and there are so many missing things in there. While you're watching it, you may not automatically see it because you're caught up in the moment and you're like, yay, death, yeah, you know, they did that. But like, why the hell did this not happen? Why would this happen? Why did that not happen? But that kind of comes in as you're watching it, but you're not in it, or after, and then you see all kinds of things that were missing from it, from your experience, and then logic kicks in. But again, I think they were going for the shock and awe of the situation, fire and adrenaline, and the logic was out the window.
Yeah, but you know, the way they did it, they had the mountain. Look at this person showing up. What is she doing here? What is this going on? That you see this person showing up as a celebrity?
Oh, Gray, I miss you.
Celebrity is up in here rocking with us at 11 o'clock
at night. Forever.
Bedtime, and she still had a chance to come up here.
Awesome.
Look, everyone go excited. Look, people ain't say hi to me like this, goddamn. Change what happens. People come what up to my lady, Gray Area? What up to you? All that, but I would say that, you know, she done took my thought from my head. God damn it, you.
Oh, we were just talking about, you know, how they kind of like did the ending of it, like, you know, they didn't.
Yes, all right.
Yeah.
Well, you know, they when they're dealing with the Night King and everything else, you know what I mean? T-Vian, what up, T-Vian? I didn't even see you up in there. I'm sorry, T-Vian. I'm so sorry. I did not see you up in that. Oh, I'm so sorry. But I will say they made the mountain a bigger threat than the Night King, right? The mountain fought better than the Night King. The whole thing of this thing is the White Walkers and the Night King, not the mountain.
Yeah.
And the mountain was a bigger threat. It was harder to beat the mountain than it was to beat the Night King. And that's where they really messed up when it was all said and done. You know, there was no need for that. They just did a terrible job with that. You know, and that's it. Oh, KP said the gorgeous Gray Area. Look at that, KP, the gorgeous Gray Area.
And she is.
You get into her head. Don't be gassing her head. Don't be gassing this woman's head up. Oh, KP. I'm like Queen. Kneel him for Gray Area. He's kneeling. How tall are you, KP? Because you really got to kneel for because gray area is like an inch shorter than me. You know, she always like she's like an inch shorter than me. You know?
Is she? I thought she's very. I should. I don't.
What are you saying? What are you saying? What are you saying?
I don't know. I think she was. Let me see.
She was what?
I'm trying to find the heights. I'm trying to remember the heights. We were all sitting. Anyway, yeah. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, shorter than me, Elmar. All right.
I don't know. I don't remember. It was dark in the balcony. I don't remember. I think so. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Listen. She was short. She was short. She might. It's that. You know. It's you know.
Oh.
That's who we going on there. We going on that and everything else. This is my screen, goddammit.
There you go. Yeah. It's been a while. It's been too long. It's been too long.
It has been. I expect I will ask her right now. I'm 5'10" too. It's great that she's going to the con. She be at the Con of Thrones this year?
Oh, I'm not. I hope she's. I'm not sure. I know. I mean, I know Gray didn't go to the one before that.
She does. Last one was her first Con of Thrones.
Yes.
But she's going to the Con of Thrones this year. I'm not sure if she's gonna make it. I would hope that she's making it.
Well, yeah. Well, for a lot of people, it's still kind of up in the air because things and life. So hopefully she will make it there. That would be amazing.
I think. Well, we're asking her right now.
No pressure, Gray.
Are you going to the Con of Thrones? Oh,
okay. There we go. Yeah.
I requested it. It did not. If they approve it, so we don't know if Gray Area will be at the Con of Thrones this year. We don't know. Just get it approved and stuff like that. Hopefully she gets it approved and she's up in the building and everything else. Forrest is up in the building, chilling here too, and everything else. Everyone say, I'm trying to get off here, but people keep coming. I feel bad that people come and then all of a sudden I just get off as soon as they get here and stuff like that. I feel terrible. I gotta do that. People keep coming. Oh yeah, like 2 hours and 7 minutes ago. Because we've been here a while.
Yeah. But it's been such a long time. I'm having so much fun. So yeah, I know what you mean. Like we said in the beginning, maybe an hour or so. Like we're never going an hour. It's too much fun just for an hour.
That was the plan. We're supposed to come in for an hour. That's what we talked about. And now it's 2 hours and 7 minutes going. All things like that. It is fun. I don't. It is what it is. That's what it is. Let's see. She said, I came for the House of the Dragon juice. I'm hyped for that shit. We got into the whole House of the Dragon Gray. We did the whole thing for that and everything else. And I don't know why you should have been here earlier. We did the whole first episode of House of the Dragon, but we'll be back to do episode 2. Maybe what is this? OTDA? Same.
Same what, DA?
Oh, here we are. We have a Tony update.
Ooh. Okay, Sam, what's going on? Just spoke to Tony and she said no hard feelings. She'll be back soon enough. Well, yeah. I really enjoy Tony. I have a lot of fun chatting with her in other streams. I haven't been there for a while now, but I did have when we were there. So I'm hoping for her to come back quickly because she's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. She comes back here and she watches her mouth. You know what I mean? I'm just trying. We come back anytime. Sure, it's all good and everything else and all that. What is this guy? Now everyone's talking about juice and everything else. The juice, shade of the evening juice. Talking about Gray Area. Gray Area's come here taking over the taking over the whole stream. How long did the 2 until I made my channel and got to meet all you fine folks and everything else? No doubt. Gray is mad cool. That's my shorty right there. You know what I mean? It's all good. I don't mind, Gray. You definitely come over here and do your thing. That's my shorty right there. Did she try to kill me at the last time when we were driving in the car and she was driving? Did she? Yes, she did. Did do that. She did try to kill me. You know what I mean? But I will say, Gray bought me some chicken, some spicy chicken. She held me down with some spicy chicken. She represented with me the whole time. She rolled with me the whole time. You know what I mean? She rocked with me. She came to every party anything I was doing. She's always there. She came to pick me up to take me there. She held me down. You know what I mean? So got nothing but love for Gray and her sister. You know what I mean? Without a doubt. And so, and I've said it. I have see right here. Totally. Ask everybody up in the pit. And I will say that I always will say that I always give great credit. It's for the success of my channel. Gray Area is the one who helped me out with that. So, you know, all the success that I had later on my channels because of her. So you just know that about it. So I always give her props for that. I've never not given her props for that. I always will. And it was, you know, and it was a great thing to meet her and everything. I hope it won't be the same if she's not there. So I really hope she makes it. You know what I mean? I really do hope that they give it.
Yeah, it will be sad not to see her there. Seriously,
it truly will be sad. Truly would. What is this? Tokas? What is this? Tall women with strong minds are undefeated. Jesus, look at people going into a spasm over here, stuff like that. You see what happens over here?
Oh my gosh.
This KP, Gray Area. The departure of the target doesn't believe the dream, but he found out his pilot was spoiled and used the dream as pretext to leave Valyria. That Teflon T thinks we go straight to conquer. He's trying to put me on blast. That's what you're trying to do here, KP. Okay, I'm back. You're back and try to put me on blast. Listen, I do think that's going to be. I'll say it straight up. I don't care who's in the goddamn chat. Yes, I sort of said exactly what I said. I don't think that they're going to do a lot of the past Valyria. I think it goes from the episode 1 will be called the Doom, and I think they're going to go and they're going to show. I already explained this. Well, I'll explain this for again. I've explained why my reasoning behind and everything is fine, and I'm good with that. You know what I mean? Gray has the right to. Gray can come on anytime she wants. You know what I mean? And get on here and talk about it whenever she feel like it. So if she ever got time to do it, she could definitely do that and everything else. But I got to go. All right, I do have to go.
And it's late where you're at. Over here where I'm at, it's 10 after 10, and over there is like really already getting closer to tomorrow, Tony.
Yes, and I got to work in the morning.
Oh,
all right, so I gotta go and everything.
Yes.
Else. So if you like the way we do this, please thumbs up this. Please spread this across the realm, and please subscribe. And until next time, good to see you too, Amber. You get the final highlight of the show without a doubt. And until next time, you know who it is. Peace and stay sexy. You know, this thing you have to hit the end.